Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of Career Mode in NASCAR Heat 2 here at Knee Pit Gaming. So, in our first video in the series, we got started. We got our settings all in place. We're playing on the hardest difficulty, that kind of thing. We got all that set up, and we got into our first race, which was at Atlanta. And we came home with a, I believe, 22nd place finish. We needed a top 25. So, mission accomplished. We got our 10 grand for finishing. Now we are ready for our second race. Now, in the first video toward the end, I mistakenly said that we had to head to Kansas and get a top 25, which is where I thought it was, but it is actually at Charlotte. Now, I don't know where I got Kansas from. I must have dreamed it up somewhere, but the NC education, hint, hint, would not be, you would not think that would be held in Kansas. But regardless, we are going to Charlotte, and our goal here with RWR Racing is another top 25 finish, and then hopefully they'll keep us in mind for a full-time ride in next season. So let's go ahead and head to Charlotte. Green flag. All right, here we go. So we qualified dead last, just as we did in Atlanta, and it's basically what I was expecting. But that's okay. This is another one of those tracks you can run wide open. Now, I have some not so good feelings about this track. This track is pretty narrow, and I'm not sure where I can go to make any passes. We only have to get to 25th, and we got 9 laps to do it, so not very long, but thankfully we don't have to get very far. All right, these guys are definitely lifting in the corners. I don't know why, but they are. All right, it's just things that the AI do in this game. All right, so I am going to ease out of the throttle right here and see what they do. Try to let them get spread out a little bit. They are not. If they'll get single file, then we can deal with some of them. But for right now, look at this up here. That is a hornet's nest. All right, let's try to go to the high side maybe. Do we have room up here? Oh my goodness, that is 3 and 4 wide. I do not want any part of that. Now my brain is saying, oh yeah, let's go get in the middle of that. But the other part of my brain, which knows how this game works, says, no, that is a terrible idea. Do not do it, whatever you do. All right, so once again, I'm lifting in the corners. Can we get below this guy? I know that's going to make it 3 wide, which is going to be a complete not good situation. Are you going to let me in? No, you are not. Woo, okay, he did not want me in there at all. So we moved him out of the way, and now we're moving on. Okay, let's keep this momentum. All right, I think we're actually at where we need to be. All right, how much are they going to lift up here? Oh, I'm all the way out of the gas. That much. Okay, so that's not what I was hoping for. Let's see, can I get to this guy's? No, the truck behind me is going to get to my outside. All right, let's try to get some good laps in here. Maybe make up some spots. So we're where we need to be. We're at 25th or better. And we got, what does that say, 5 laps to go. All right, so we're good to go there. All right, let's just see what our truck can do on the high side. Handles nicely. I got no problem there. If anything, it's a bit loose. But definitely not a big problem. All right, there's that weird part of turns 3 and 4 at Charlotte. All right, no problem so far. We are in 23rd. And as I thought back looking at Atlanta, there doesn't seem to be any sort of bonus for finishing, you know, better than the goal, which was 25th. So if you finish 20th, it doesn't give you any more money or seemingly make any difference whatsoever. So we're in 23rd. We're good to go right now. We're simply going to make up as many spots as we can. I'm going to favor this high side quite a bit. And right now we're in a perfect position because we're in a soft spot. You can see there are a lot of cars or trucks running around each other, but we have a nice little empty area here to run in. We're where we need to be, so we're just going to try to log some laps and pass any cars we can. And if we can't, we're not going to worry about that right now. That's for a later time. But you can see basically back here is where we need to be because we're running about the same speed. I mean, we're catching these guys in front of us, but not all that quickly. Mostly because I'm running the higher side. If I got down on the bottom, we could run a little bit faster. Lap time wise, that is. All right, so you can see these guys are hugging the bottom all the way down the straightaway. That's not really the way to do it in real life, but in the game, it doesn't seem to hurt anything they're trying to do. All right, so we made up 1 or 2 spots. Yeah, I can't figure out why these guys are lifting at all. I mean, it's very clear we're faster than these guys by quite a bit in the corners, but on the straightaways, they just come roaring right back past us. And we don't have much, if anything, for them there. Try to keep it down a little bit lower in the track. You can see that our times pick up for sure. All right, so we got 20th that time, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a little bit better than we did at Atlanta, which I think we finished 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there at Atlanta. All right, so we come home with the top 20. That's good enough for what we need. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, 20th, we don't care about the points because we're going to be dead last there. So we're not running all the races. 31.6, yeah, we're nowhere near that right now. But we will be in time. It's just a matter of getting there. All right, so there's our payouts. It's a nice job with that top 25 finish today. We'll keep you in mind for a ride next season. We made 10 more grand. All right, so let's move on. Let's see what we've got in our next hot offer. Let's see what we got. All right, I don't know where this is. And I think from now on, I'm just going to start guessing Kansas. How about that? Although Sea-Watch doesn't sound like a very Kansas thing. All right, so we got an offer, and we're going where? At Dover. Oh, my goodness, we are going to Dover. All right, so they need some help. And remember, it's another 3-star team. And they want us to get a top 22 finish. Now, where in the world did they pull the top 22 out instead of 25 or 20? But so we're going to Dover. Now, that should be fun. All right, we absolutely want to do this now. We're going to try to get this one in this video. Again, my goal is not to make the videos run too terribly long. But, hey, this is Dover. We got to get going on this. All right, green flag. And once again, I'm trying to get up to speed as quick as I can. But these guys don't get going quite as quick as I do. And then they're going to pull ahead of me here. Let's see what happens in the corner. I'm a little worried. I mean, because this is extremely tight. This is looking like Daytona or Talladega. All right, so we got 14 laps to get to the top 22. Now, I did actually lift here in qualifying. I was about a half of a second to 0.6 of a second off the pole time. I did lift, but only just barely. And I mean, like on entry, I lifted to about 95% throttle. So literally just enough to break a little momentum, let the car rotate. And after that split second, oh, we are right on the guy in front of us. Okay, he's lifting more than I want to. So we're just going to have to figure out how to get by. See if we can go to the high side. So lift just a second there. I'm right back in it. And now we're going to come up on too wide. I'm going to have to lift. All right, so I've got nowhere to go right now. Let's see if we can get 3 wide. If they'll give me room. This is the bad thing about 3 wide here. Are they going to give me room? Oh, he is squeezing me hard. Yep, he's bumping into me. So he didn't want to give me any room. So I'm going to have to try to clear him. All right, so far so good. More bumps. 3 wide is very difficult to do at Dover for any number of reasons. All right, I'm going to try to... Oh, wow, he is really loose coming off that corner. Ow! More people bumping into me. We may have a rival yet. And if you're going to get one, Dover is one of those places where you can definitely get one. All right, I'm trying to be as conservative as I can with the throttle, meaning What I want to do is just, as I mentioned earlier, just barely breathe it. But I'm trying to give these guys a little bit of room. It's a short race, so I don't have all that much time to do so. All right, so we got to get to the top 22, which is, all right, if my spotter would tell me, I don't think anybody's below me. Let's see if we can get around the outside here. At some point, because of the type of truck we're in, remember this is another 3-star truck, we're going to meet up with some guys that are running the same speed as us. Thankfully, it hasn't happened yet. Dover is an awesome track to run. Lots and lots of fun. Unfortunately, this game really doesn't do it justice because you don't need to lift very much, and you can carry a lot more speed at different places on the track than you would be able to in real life. So you don't get the full effect in the game, but it's still fun nonetheless. All right, I need you guys to stay single file. Nope, you're going to go too wide, aren't you? Yes, you are. I had to take evasive maneuvers there. All right, are you going to give me any room out here? Please do. Woo, this is close. Yep, he's going to give me a good old nudge there. All right, is there anybody inside of me? I don't think so. All right, we're going to try to get underneath here. We'll keep going. Woo, this is close. One of those races where so far it's looking like we have plenty of speed for these guys, and if we had more laps we could probably click off several more positions. All right, here is the first Nemechek, which is Papa Joe. I would expect John Hunter to be way up in front of this. So far, so good. We're up now to 19th. Just going to stay up here on the high side because I never know exactly how much these guys are going to lift, particularly on corner entry. It's just safer for me to be up here out of the way. Whether or not I'm actually about to pass them. All right, this bunch in front of us, it looks like we may run out of time before we get to them, but that is a wad of cars. Or trucks. I'm never going to get used to saying truck here, probably. All right, so here we go. We are right in the middle of them. All right, I'm running half throttle right now. All right. There's just nowhere to go to try to get past these guys. So, all right, here we are, final corner. And we come home 19th, which is better than 22nd. So we are in good shape. I can't believe that gave us a speed value of 101. That's way too close to 105 for a 3-star truck. All right, so 19th place finish. We are definitely going to take that. Let's go ahead and move through race results. That's not a bad looking truck that we're in. It's the first time I've actually seen it. Not bad at all. Fastest lap 24.4. I actually don't remember what we were running, so I don't know how much faster than us that was. We'll go ahead and finish the event. Let's go ahead and head back. All right, so this time our payout is 12 grand. It says, nice job with that top 22 finish today. We'll keep you in mind for a ride next season. So now that's going to give us 3 potential 3-star rides for next season. Let's go ahead and move forward. Oh, let's see what Matt Snyder's got for us. Racing hot seats can be pretty intense, but I hope you're keeping your cool. Good luck. Well, thank you. I think that's Matt. I don't know. Interesting spelling of that. right, we move forward to Texas. All right. Let's see if we get any offers for Texas. No offers. All right, so we're getting nowhere there. And once again, we don't care who wins if we're not in it. Driving for lineman, 200. All right. Week 17. Wow. All right, we got an offer. Let's see what we're looking at here. And Beaver Motorsports. I can get behind that. We could use your help driving the 50 truck at Gateway this Friday. Get a top 15 finish, and we might consider working with you in the future. All right, so now we have our first opportunity at working with a 4-star team, and they're looking for a top 15 finish. That is excellent, but unfortunately, it's going to have to wait till our next video. Thank you very much for joining me in our playthrough of the career mode in NASCAR Heat 2.